Hello and welcome to another episode of MTV Group's BALI edition. Come on in. It's almost like I was expecting you. I feel like it's like one of those Vogue things, it's like 72 questions. So what we thought we would do today is walk you through a little bit of the behind the scenes and almost like a day in the life. Now, this is not a whole day in the life because it's already midday, we're about to go get lunch. But what I'm gonna walk you through is some of the things I've already been doing, some of the things I'm about to do, a couple of cool moments, and most importantly, most requested, introduce you to the chickens. So come with me. This is my friend Annika. She's like a sister. Let's start with the hamsters. So we've got a bit of a zoo going on here. We've got four hamsters, or mice. I actually truly don't know what they are. And we have an incredible nanny here in Bali. With nannies locally here, amazing human being. Also some cultural differences. She pulls it out of the bag and there's just like 2 hamsters. And my jaw dropped. I was like, oh, cool. Thanks so much. And Eli's like excited. And then we go away for the night and we get a text. She's like, hey, I also just gave Brooklyn 2 hamsters so he wouldn't feel left out. So now we have 4 hamsters. And they are not really friendly. They definitely bite. But we might give them like a big cage, like create like Hamster World. But these were the latest additions to the animal kingdom. Let me show you the other ones. We have this place we're renting here in Bali. It's epic. It's also way too big for us, which is just a classic mistake that I make when finding like Airbnb properties. Wait, check the sauna. That's where all good things happen. Sauna, cold plunge over there. Trying to get my biohack on. Trying to take care of the temple. You know, slimming down slowly but surely. So we're renting this place here in Bali. We put in an offer on it. Got rejected, waited a few months, looked around, then the owners came back, they're like, actually we'll accept the offer, and now we don't even know what we want to do. So if you take a look at the house, it's too big. So it's all the way back there, all the way down there, which I'll show in a second, and then there's 2 levels above it. There's our bedroom, the kids' bedroom, and there's this whole loft area that we don't use. So anyway, amazing house, we're super grateful for it. We head till the end of the year. This is my favorite place. So let me introduce you to the chickens. Now keep in mind, none of our animals have normal names. We let our kids name every single animal. So we have 5 chickens and 2 rabbits. We've got 7 animals out here. This is Dottie. This is Pumpkin. This is Nugget. This is Rooster. And as you might be able to tell, this is a hen, which our boys thought was hilarious. So here we have 2 rabbits. We had more and they died and we don't know why. So we're fighting to keep these ones alive. This one, best name of the pack, no idea what it means. This is Roast Beater. Roast Beater. Our 3-year-old named her. This is our favorite animal by far. And this in here is Fafa. But these are the animals. So what I want to do now is walk you through a little bit about what we've been doing this morning. And then me and Dylan here, say hello Dylan.
What's up guys?
We're gonna go get some steak. We're searching for a chicken. Well, I don't know where that chicken went. We found him. Colonel Sanders, the white one over there. Again, Colonel Sanders from the famous KFC. And those are our animals. All right, so without giving a full house tour, which if you want a full house tour, comment below, feel free. We got our bathroom up there, our room, boys' room, loft up there. Bathroom, a stupidly big family room that only our boys use to watch like kids shows. I've thought about converting this whole area to an office, but here it is. And then let me take you into my super messy office. Now, I'll be honest with you, it's normally messy, but it's even messier because we got home from Paris a few days ago. And so I've just dumped a whole bunch of stuff in there, but authenticity wins, right? Let's go on. Basically, today has been recorded modules. So I'm in the midst of a community launch right now. So it's awesome. I was just running over the numbers. We have 11 people in the community. It hasn't even started yet. So next week, it's launching on Monday. Now, this is really cool. This is the first year-long offer or community that I've had ever since I tried to launch one in 2018. In my first few months, I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna launch like a year-long mastermind. And people said yes to it, and then I just couldn't keep them. So this is my first time doing a year-long kind of program community mastermind. So we've got 11 people in, even before it's launching. And so I've just been recording a bunch of new content because I've done hundreds of modules over the last few years for coaches and consultants looking to scale. There's so much program material there, but there's really nothing that like massively represented what I believe, my values, that even the business I have right now. Like my business has evolved massively over the last few years, going from huge months, complex systems, big team, to like simple, lean, profitable. And so I've been recording some modules. And so I just recorded one here on good old Loom, and just kind of scribbling around the iPad. So I did a couple this morning, so that's what I've been doing this morning. And then what I want to run you through right now is something that I do every single day unless I'm traveling. And I've been really hesitant to do this because it's like maybe controversial, maybe people are like, whoa, what is Dan doing? I'm gonna walk you through it anyway. Boom. Here we go. So, no, this is not drugs. No, I'm not about to reveal to you my secret cocaine habit that makes all this possible. This is something called rape or hape. It is from Peru or the Amazon jungles, I believe. And it's an Amazonian like tobacco. So there's some tobacco, there's like plant ash in it. And one of the things that I find fascinating is that for literally thousands of years, or tens of thousands of years, or millions of years, depending on your worldview, we all lived a certain way where we like lived off the land, and there were like certain specific herbs and plants and things that were all around us that could help us, like medicines. Like that was what medicine was for a long time. Then about 100 years ago, someone patented this kind of capsule pill, and the medicine or the medical system that we now have kind of came into being. But before that, you only had plants to kind of work with. And so this whole idea of plant medicine and supplementation and all that has been very fascinating to me. And about 9 months ago, I got introduced to this thing. So no, you don't take it. No, you don't put it into a smoothie. You do something way more extreme. So let me walk you through this right now. And for anyone who knows more about this than I do, bear with me because I'm a student. I'm learning. But we've got these two different devices. What happens is you put some of this here, you put it in the palm of your hand, you scoop it up, and if you're going to administer it to yourself, this is where the crazy part happens, you put it up your nose, like this. And then you take a deep breath, and you blow, and it goes up your nose, and it's very overwhelming at first, and then you do the second nostril, and if you're giving it to someone else, like that. I don't know if you saw the dust cloud just then, so epic. This for me has been really powerful. Now, again, this is not like, there's nothing crazy in here. There's a little bit of tobacco, but you're not inhaling it, you're not breathing it in, you're not smoking it, and some ash from plants and things like that. There's a real strong medicinal properties, but the craziest thing for me is just how well it just brings me to a place of focus and calm. It's like a prayer ritual, a meditation ritual for me every day. So typically I'll wake up, I'll say hello to the kids, have a shower, all of that. And then one of the first things that I'll do is I'll come and sit down here and I'll kind of get quiet for myself for a few minutes. And then when I feel ready, I'll load one of these up, and all these different colors have different properties and different feelings. Some are stronger, some are weaker. And then I'll sit with this plant medicine called rape or hape for a few minutes. And it's an incredibly powerful ritual that I have in my life. It starts with the heart. Number two is head. And I'm gonna talk about these pixelated heads in just a moment. So the head here is really about your beliefs. And whether you consciously think about it or not, you have tens of thousands of thoughts going through your brain every single day. As I'm saying, and the part of my brain that's thinking about how I can continue to engage you and I'm very passionate about and very excited to dig into you with, and I look forward to seeing you in another module. How was that, bro?
Really good.
Simple enough concept?
Yeah, for sure. Just your 4 like head, hands, heart, health.
Yeah, boy.
But then like they all make sense as well. It's not like you're just trying to make that up for the sake of it sounding cool.
Yeah. Shooting modules for the new community have been done. The kind of community foundation is being laid, and so I'm going to shoot probably 3 or 4 more today. I've already done 2, probably about 90 minutes of content already. But I'm gonna go get some steak, and I want to show you my favorite restaurant, my favorite cafe. These are not our animals, but I claim them as my own. These cows over here. I've watched one of them give birth. The other one gave birth just before we moved in. I don't have names for any of them, so feel free to name them in the comments. And there's one other wandering around here somewhere. And then check this out. This is our house, right? You walk out this way, 30 seconds, and I have my favorite cafe and my favorite restaurant. The cafe takes my orders by text, so I literally just send them a WhatsApp, and they will deliver food once or twice a day typically. That's the main food that I eat. Anything from fruit salads to berry smoothies to peanut butter bowls, you name it, they make it. But I'm a big fan of steak. Shelter. Yeah, do some YouTube content.
Oh yeah? What's your channel? Maybe I can subscribe.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's like more like business content. But it's just my name, Dan Bolton.
Dan Bolton. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna subscribe.
Sounds good.
Right. Would you like some water?
I think we're ready to order. Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, I'm gonna call the waiter.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All the portfolio companies, the whole theme of the digital industry, which is like up in the
My man, Alex Lamosi, day in the life. He stole our idea. What the heck?
You guys are killing the vibes. I heard the vibes like, it's like we gotta bring the energy.
So we basically order the same food every single time. No creativity needed when you find like a good meal or a good restaurant. I like finding the best of something and then just getting it all the time. Like rather than rolling the dice and being like, is it gonna be good? I just find like the best thing on the menu and I basically get that every single time. It's like my personality to a T. So anyway, so today, been shooting some modules. Had something happen earlier today. I was like, we should shoot some content on it because I think it'll be helpful. So, drum roll. I got my second ever chargeback in the business history. And so I've been in business 5 years, like 6.5 million in sales. My first chargeback, so a chargeback is like a dispute that someone files with their bank. So they call bank or however they do it. And I've never filed a chargeback. I actually have no idea how you do it. But I imagine you call the bank and you say, hey, this charge is fraudulent. A company took money out of my account without asking or something like that. Or I paid for it and they never delivered, whatever it might be. The first ever one I got was in 2019 when I had a 997 program and I had a really desperate prospect. And so I did a deal with him where he was just gonna pay half. I just fully discounted it. I was a complete noob. And so he paid $500. And not only that, I think it was like a split payment of like $100 a week for 5 weeks or $100 a week for 3 weeks. So it was really bad. And then just out of nowhere, the guy like, joins the program, doesn't implement, doesn't get results, etc., etc. And then he charges back. And I just remember having a conversation with him and messaging him, just being so furious. Like, are you serious? Like, were you kidding me? Like, what the heck? I didn't play it cool at all. So we've had a really good run. In terms of like number of refunds we've ever had to give over the lifetime of our business, it's almost countable on two hands. Like we've had a really good track record. Anyway, today I wake up, I get a message from my amazing virtual assistant, Maria, shout out Maria, I get notified that one of the clients that's just finished up recently, who cancelled their contract or defaulted on their contract, broke their commitment. Let me run you through it. So we have one-to-one clients, everyone comes in, makes a commitment, signs a contract. The caliber of people I work with is really high. And this person seemed like a really good fit. Long story short, 6-7 weeks into the program, they're like, listen, I've got my wedding coming up, I'm so stressed, I've got all these things going on, I just can't do this. We go back and forth and I realize I'd rather lose the client and maintain good energy than keep the client and have them like pollute by working with me. So anyway, we come to an agreement. She's like, not looking for a refund, all good. Wake up this morning, and she has disputed one of the payments. There's a chargeback on one of the payments. I don't know the story. I'm hoping it's a genuine mistake. I reach out to her. Let's hope it resolves. But it threw me into like kind of my version of rage, which is not crazy. Like I'm not like a punch a wall type of guy. But I was pissed, man. I was like frustrated. And it reminded me of no matter where we are at in our business, what stage we're at, we're always going to face those like frustrating moments, right? So launch the funnel, it doesn't work. We promote the new offer and it doesn't get the reception that we wanted. And a big part of the journey of running a business is learning to master your emotions. Like it's learning to like know how to deal with the setbacks in such a way that when they happen, you're not surprised and you know how to deal with them. And so a couple of things that I did as soon as that happened is firstly, I was pissed. I totally reacted. I was like, and then caught myself. I realized I had to shoot a bunch of content today. I couldn't create good content from that place. Went outside, got some fresh air, got some sunlight, did some stretches, and I just reminded myself of the person I am, the business I'm building, values that I have, that I'm a person of integrity and trustworthiness and all of that, and try to live by those values, and that this person is really out of alignment, that they're doing the wrong thing, that they are in the wrong, and that I'm in the right. But it's not this like pep talk of like, Dan's the man. It was more just reminding myself that in the scheme of things, this is such a small thing. Even if we don't win the kind of thing we have to do with Stripe, or we try and get it back, or even if they, admit this is not a mistake and we end up having to give back the money wrongfully, right? It's just all part of it. Like, it's all part of the price we have to pay to build the business we want. It's not all going to be, roses and unicorns and rainbows. It's going to be challenging. There are going to be moments where you just want to throw in the towel or punch a wall or whatever it might be. You just have to roll with it. And the underlying foundation of you as a CEO is your ability to master your emotions, your ability to maintain composure even in the most challenging things, because if I let that seep into the rest of my day, all of that content would have been ruined. Even if I had the smile on my face and said the right things, people would be able to feel that I was emotionally off. And so I just want to leave that with you as a lesson, that regardless of what happens, the sale that was going to go through that didn't, the client that said they were going to commit, ask for a refund, whatever it might be, stuff happens. It's not what happens to you, it's how you deal with what happens to you that actually determines how you come out of it, whether you get bitter or get better through the process. So this was a huge learning lesson for me, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. Firstly, if you heard me ordering earlier, you might have thought, that was a lot of food, Dan. And I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a lot of food.
Oh, both of you went independently.
Lads.
Give her a shout out.
Hello. Kastika from the restaurant who said she would subscribe. Thanks for subscribing. Good to have you a part of the community. So I've been told we need to look at the content calendar, figure out what's coming up, figure out when a video like this is going to be uploaded. So we'll do that. I also decided in the last few minutes, I'm done filming for the day. I'm going to do some more Saturday morning, some more Monday afternoon. What's the point of working for yourself if you have to work when you don't want to work? At least not for me. That's where I shoot most of the content on YouTube, and I like it and I get great feedback on it, but what I never want it to become is boring, repetitive, and predictable. And so, we're looking to change it up. We've got a lot of travel coming up in the next 6 weeks. New Zealand, LA, might even have a Dubai trip planned at some point. Point is, we're gonna keep it exciting, keep it fun, and bring you along the journey. So if you like this stuff, please let me know, and I'll catch you in another video.